Zhang Yi descended upon the palace of the Nantua kingdom, immediately encountering its disciplined regular army. Unlike the ragtag bandits previously faced, these soldiers wore standard uniforms and carried advanced weaponry. A captain challenged him, demanding he leave the territory of General Baocha and threatening divine punishment. Zhang Yi dismissed their claims, stating he had been robbed by their men and demanded an explanation. When the captain offered a weak excuse, Zhang Yi responded by releasing hundreds of grenades from his alternate dimension, raining them down upon the soldiers. The resulting explosions instantly killed hundreds, clearing his path in a brutal and efficient display of force. Inside the palace, General Baocha, resplendent in a magnificent white military uniform with silver hair, watched the carnage with a grim expression. His guard captains expressed concern over the loss of manpower for their piratical operations, but Baocha dismissed them, declaring it was time for him, a god of the Nantua kingdom, to act. He launched himself from the palace with tremendous force, shattering the floorboards, and landed before Zhang Yi, blocking his entry into the park. The general, a muscular man in his 40s or 50s with ruthless eyes, proclaimed that the outsider would pay with his life for the trespass and killings. Zhang Yi's response was lethally casual. As he walked past, a mere wave of the holy judgment blade sent General Baocha's head flying from his shoulders, rolling onto the snow. The suddenness of their revered god's death left the onlookers in stunned silence. With the leader dead, Zhang Yi proceeded to systematically eradicate all remaining traces of the pirate stronghold. He used the holy judgment blade to manifest a massive serpent of unstable dark matter, tens of meters long, which he wielded to pierce and kill the remaining soldiers in the courtyard. He then took to the air and brought the entire palace down with a single, devastating slash from the enlarged dark matter serpent. The destruction revealed the horrors beneath, a massive pit filled with layer upon layer of white bones, a testament to countless victims, and food warehouses containing only human remains. It also exposed General Baocha's treasure trove, warehouses filled with gold bricks, expensive watches, jewelry, and fine swords, all looted from around the world. Adhering to his principle of waste not, Zhang Yi collected every valuable item. Finally, he confronted General Baocha's harem of wives and concubines, who begged for mercy and offered to serve him. Unmoved by their pleas and elaborate appearances, and noting their likely complicity, Zhang Yi stated he was no judge needing evidence. To eliminate all witnesses to his abilities and true identity, he engulfed them with dark matter, reducing them to primordial particles. His grim task complete, Zhang Yi hovered above the ruined city, having fulfilled his vow to leave no member of the sinful pirate society alive. Zhang Yi spent 2 hours systematically exterminating all the bandits he could find on Nantua Island. He also discovered more kidnapped women, kept in chains as playthings, and learned that captured men had been killed and eaten. He burned all the bodies he found and, out of a sense of humanity, left food for the surviving women, though he doubted their chances of survival. Meanwhile, Zhu Yong came ashore and, after reporting to Zhu Zhang, confronted Zhang Yi. She insisted they could not abandon the women and should take them aboard the Jinfeng back to the Jiangnan region, arguing that Zhang Yi had ample supplies. Zhang Yi was incredulous, calling her a saint and citing the logistical and security risks. Zhu Yong passionately argued that human life was paramount. Zhang Yi retorted by asking where her compassion was when 15 million people in Jinling City were reduced to less than 2 million, with the elderly evicted to fend for themselves. He mocked her privilege and stated his supplies were for his own people, not strangers. Telling her to discard her cheap sympathy in this apocalyptic world, he left a week's worth of food for the women and walked away. Zhu Yong shouted that his act was just a hypocritical gesture for his own conscience, as he knew they would die. Zhang Yi laughed, admitting his hypocrisy but pointed out that he had at least acted, while her great kindness had accomplished nothing. In a fit of anger, Zhu Yong left her own 3-day food ration with the women. Zhang Yi, in turn, informed the ship's kitchen not to prepare her meals for the next 3 days. Back on the Jinfeng, Zhu Yong locked herself in her room. Zhou Kuo advised Zhang Yi to smooth things over with Zhu Zhang to avoid future resentment. Zhang Yi contacted Zhu Zhang via communicator. Zhu Zhang apologized for the trouble, explained his niece was inexperienced and needed to be taught a lesson by Zhang Yi, and fully endorsed Zhang Yi's decisions. With this approval, Zhang Yi felt any remaining hesitation vanish. After a full day of hunger, Zhu Yong decided to end her standoff with Zhang Yi. She sent him messages suggesting they make up and asking for food. Zhang Yi, eating a juicy beef and cheeseburger, teased her by reminding her she had given her food away. Furious, she threw her phone on her bed. Zhou Kuo persuaded Zhang Yi not to let her starve for 3 days, so he relented but insisted on punishment. He provided a diet meal of whole wheat bread and boiled chicken breast for Zhou Kuo to deliver in 2 hours. When Zhu Yong saw the unappetizing food, her face turned green and she nearly cried, complaining Zhang Yi was bullying her. Zhou Kor advised her that Zhang Yi does not indulge anyone and she should avoid opposing him. She also joked that Zhu Yong shouldn't lose her little pearl, a phrase Zhu Yong defiantly rejected. Once alone, however, Zhu Yong cried and called Zhang Yi names. After 10 minutes of stubborn refusal, her hunger won, and she reluctantly ate the bland meal. Later, seeking air, she passed the crew's rest area and smelled the aroma of roast chicken, meat, fish, and mashed potatoes. Captain Lao Tian greeted her and, noticing she hadn't eaten, invited her to join them. Zhu Yong stubbornly declined, claiming Zhang Yi had already fed her and pretending she had eaten the same luxurious food as the crew before quickly leaving. The voyage on the Jinfeng continued. 26 days passed since departure, nearing the planned 28-day journey to Yanlu Island. The actual voyage proved more difficult than expected due to necessary detours around dangerous deep-sea zones, encounters with other regional forces, pirates, and foreign navies, and frequent, severe blizzards that slowed progress. During several violent storms, the icebreaker was tossed violently. Zhou Kor clung to Zhang Yi in fear, and while he too felt a primal unease at the power of the sea, he comforted her, confident in his ability to ensure their survival. After one blizzard passed, they continued, but a few days later, they encountered another uninvited guest. The morning after a blizzard, with sunlight breaking through the clouds onto the icy sea, Zhang Yi and the others are on the deck of the Jinfeng when they hear warning horns. A warship from the Malay, Marlian, Navy is approaching. Captain Lao Tian explains to Zhang Yi that in the current apocalypse, many nations' navies act as pirates due to resource shortages, and international waters rules no longer apply. The warship signals its intent to board and inspect the Jinfeng. Lao Tian is nervous, knowing their icebreaker cannot withstand naval artillery. Zhu Yong suggests communicating their identity as a Huashu Kingdom vessel to deter them, but Zhang Yi points out that revealing their secret mission from Blizzard City is not an option. He calmly decides to let the Malay Navy board to assess their intentions, stating he neither seeks trouble nor fears it. The Grey Malay warship, slightly larger than the Jinfeng, pulls alongside. Soldiers in white combat gear board. Zhu Yong, trying to assert authority, announces they are a civilian ship from Huashu carrying no contraband. A soldier shoves her to the deck and points his gun at her head, ordering her to be silent. Terrified, Zhu Yong looks to Zhang Yi for help, but he remains impassive, only observing that the soldier's finger is not on the trigger. The soldiers order everyone to stand still with hands behind their backs and begin ransacking the cabins. Following Zhang Yi's subtle signal, the crew surrenders their weapons. The plundering is brutal. An officer named Oppenheimer questions Zhang Yi, who pretends to be a fearful civilian captain, claiming he is searching for a stranded sister. Oppenheimer sneers at the story. As the soldiers loot their limited supplies, Zhang Yi feigns desperation, pleading for them to leave some food behind,